Hi there, it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. Today we are getting into Lisa Eldridge's new lipstick launches. She actually has a ton of new stuff in her velvet lipstick range. She also has new lip glosses, new lip gloss shades, new lip liner shades. It's a lot of fun. I ended up picking up 3 of the new velvet lipstick shades. One of the former releases from her luxuriously Lucent lip color collection, and then I picked up a new color in the lip pencil. Also, Lisa is coming out with a new foundation, and I have 4 sample shades to try out with you today. This is the foundation on in shade number 2, so we'll go over the foundation as well. I'm going to be showing you swatches of all the lip colors, swatches of the foundations. We're going to get into all of it. This is my favorite lip color. Just as a sneak peek, one of the new shades from the collection. Very wearable, very daytime. Goes with a lot of different looks, and I have the lip liner on with it. Alright, let's get into new Lisa Eldridge. Let's get into the lipstick swatches. First, I'm going to show you the new shades plus one of the luxurious Lucent lip colors from earlier this year, Painterly. And then the second set of swatches are the lipsticks, glosses, lip pencils from previous purchases that are still available. So you guys can see the whole gamut of shades on my skin tone. Let's get into these lipsticks. I'm going to do some live demonstration of these shades. I'm actually going to start with the lightest formula to the deepest color. And I actually picked up a luxuriously Lucent lip shade, which came out in the spring, Painterly. So we're just going to try this first without lip liner. It's a really interesting color. It's a color that I was a little afraid to pick up at first, but I decided to pick it up in this order. And it just looks so pretty. It looks very dark and scary, but we're just gonna try it on to see what this looks like. So this is not a matte formula. This is actually a sheer layerable formula that I really enjoy. I think everyone knows Lisa for her mattes, but this other formula is really nice too. Ooh, and I really do think this color is nice on me. It's not a red, it's not a pink. It's a little bit deep, it's a little bit something something, but it's really easygoing. Yeah, I really like Painterly a lot. Now that you've seen Painterly in its full action, let's do the lightest matte shade from this new release, Velvet Petal. Now I picked up a lip liner, but it is the Blush Lightly shade, which I'm gonna reserve for the Blush Lightly lipstick. So I'm just gonna do Petal all by itself. Ooh, I definitely need a lip liner. Because I cannot draw inside the lines. This is a different shade for me. It looks nice on camera. It's kind of an orangey, pinky coral, which is not usually in my color story wheelhouse for lips. A blush? Yes. It's not bad though. I don't hate it. I think I'm gonna have to play around and get used to this. I think because it has such a warmness beneath it. I think what I love the most about Lisa's lipsticks are her tones. They're different. So this is one of those different tones that I'm glad I picked it up because it's not something I would wear. So it will force me to wear a color like this by having it in my collection. But if I tried it on, I probably would have been like, yeah, no, this isn't my tone. It could be my tone. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is Petal. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, I'm a little bit rough around the mouth now. Foundation's getting wiped off. I actually had to put powder on my skin because I'm taking photos of each lip shade and my face looks so shiny in the camera. Otherwise, I wouldn't have powdered. But you guys got to see what the foundation looks like without powder. Now you can see it with it. Alright, let's get into the next deepest shade, Velvet Blush Lightly. So I have Blush, the original shade, which is pretty deep. And I bought the lip liner that goes with it. And I'll go ahead and insert the swatch of Blush and Blush Lightly side by side. This is Blush, the lipstick. This is the lip liner. You can see pretty deep, very beautiful, but pretty deep. And this is Velvet Blush Lightly. You can see in the lip liner, got the matching lip liner as well. A lot lighter. Blush, Blush Lightly. So I'm going to try that next with the new lip liner. Lisa, interestingly enough, likes to put lip liner on after the lipstick. So I am not great at overdrawing, so I tend not to really do it, but this looks slightly warm. Alright, Velvet Blush Lightly. Is the right color? I believe she says she likes the lip liner. The matching lip liner is actually slightly darker than the lipstick. And looks like that's the case with this one. It's definitely a different shade than the lipstick. Definitely more my tone and style than Petal. That is a pretty shade. I would have preferred this to be actually even lighter, but it is very beautiful. Definitely good for my skin tone, not too red, not too pink. Let's just do this right here. This is like, I don't know, slightly warmer or something. Can you guys tell? Slightly different. Alright, so I picked up one last new shade, Velvet Cinnabar. A lot of people have been loving this one. I am not a fan of red, but I'll do a brick red, and I'm hoping this is a true brick red. There is one other shade that's new that I didn't pick up. I don't have the name of it right off the top of my head. But it's really light, and I don't generally do well with light lipsticks because of my light skin tone. It just kind of washes me out. So I need something a little bit deeper. So I didn't pick up that light one. But this is Velvet Cinnabar. So I don't have like a lip liner to go with this one. So we're just going to see what this looks like without a lip liner. I like this tone of red. Yeah, as I said, red's a little bit scary for me. I feel like it's the most high maintenance lip color of all. I actually probably should have picked up a lip liner for this, but I think I could find a nude. I don't necessarily feel like I have to go deeper on my lip liners. But this is certainly one I would want to spend some time perfecting, which I did not do, so my lines are a bit off. But my teeth look whiter, or are you more yellow? So normally with my skin tone, the red you're supposed to pick is like a cool toned red. I know I look very washed out and ghostly right now because I didn't do the rest of like my bronzer and kind of warm myself up. I didn't really warm myself up. I think if I had more warm tones going on, I think it goes with the eyes, but it would just look like I had a more balanced face. But just these lips This color is stunning. I think it's a perfect fall color. It's warm, it's toasty. It's definitely that brick, not bright red, not orange. What kind of orange? I'm digging it. I don't know when I will wear this because, as I said, I'm not super into reds, but I do like the tone of this one. This would be a very special occasion lipstick for me, for sure. If I'm really feeling myself, I would wear a red lipstick. And this is super pretty. Loving it, comfortable, not super dry. I am digging this shade. Alright, let's do one last shade demonstration. I'm going to use the shade Blush. So this is the darker tone that I've had in my collection. And I'm going to use the lip liner, the matching lip liner with it. So you guys can see what Blush looks like, what Blush Lightly looks like. This is a deep tone. I didn't realize people were requesting this color in a lighter shade. I didn't even think of that, to be honest. Bit of a cooler tone pink. Lovely, definitely deep. This is a fairly dramatic lipstick for me, having a lighter skin tone. Especially with the lip liner, it gets in the very deep territory when full opacity. This is a dramatic lipstick, and it's pretty berry cool tone, which I really enjoy. I think it looks nice against my light skin. And it's definitely dramatic without being like red. It's just a different kind of sultry vibe. I wanted to try this the other day as I was waiting for these new ones to arrive, and I went out to dinner. Just a quick, little weeknight dinner, and my boyfriend was like, "Did you do a video today? Because why do you have dark lipstick on?" Because I don't normally just wear a lipstick by itself. I just wanted to put it on to try out the formula, and I took a little photo, posted on Instagram, like I can't wait for the new shades, and I put this one on. He's like, "Yeah, your lipstick's dark." I'm like, "Yes, it is." I don't know if you guys are people that make comments about your appearance or your makeup. You're just like, and I don't know, it kind of annoyed me, but when people point out they have a dark lipstick, but they're not like, "Oh, I like it." They're just like, "You have dark lipstick on." It's like, you're rude. But I like the tone of this. It is not something I normally wear, so you probably just noticed it because of that. Like, I don't wear lipstick like this very often. And I have to say, I have a lot of Lisa Eldridge lipsticks on my collection, but because I picked up most of them during the pandemic, they haven't seen their full light because I'm wearing a mask a lot, unfortunately. But they're still really pretty, and I'm happy to have them in my collection. But yeah, I'm glad now that I've tried the lighter version of this to have the lighter version of my collection, and I probably will get more use out of the lighter one, to be honest. But if I had to go back in time, would I pick this one up? I don't know. I really like the tone of it, actually. I don't mind having this in my collection. Alright, so that is kind of it for the try on in this video. Alright, I put Blush Lightly back on. My lips are a wreck, but I think this is definitely more of a everyday, daytime wearable shade, and Blush is like its deeper, darker little sister. Perfect for date night, nighttime, or just a more dramatic look. But this is a very beautiful shade. This is probably my favorite of the ones that I picked up. Cinnabar is probably second, just because it's such a beautiful brick color. Not that I'm gonna wear it a lot, but I still really like it. Velvet Petal is warmer, more coral than I expected it to be. It's pretty, it's just very different kind of a shade for me in my collection, but I'm glad to have it. It's going to be A good addition to my collection when I'm trying different kinds of eye looks and makeup looks. It's good to have some warm options. But Blush Lightly is a winner. The Seamless Skin Foundation. I received a sample card of the lightest 4 shades. So Lisa Eldridge has a little QR code on the back of the sample card where she goes in depth on this foundation, how to, shade match correctly with the formulation. She says this isn't a matte and this isn't dewy. It's in between. She doesn't quite know what to call it. She says it is, so on the back here it says, intelligently formulated self-setting foundation blends effortlessly to smooth and unify skin with a natural finish, with a natural looking soft focus finish. It's a skin-friendly formula, gives customizable medium coverage that fuses seamlessly with your skin. Start with a little and build to your desired level of enhanced perfection. So the bottle looks very exciting. It's like this football shape, American football, kind of pointed at the ends. Doesn't look like a foundation that you can actually stand up, but we'll see. So Light Set number 1 is what I swatch. So I'll go ahead and show you the swatches on my arm of shades 1 through 4. I think for me, these swatches, just looking, not without having the swatches on my skin, it looks to me like number 2 is the closest. I imagine this is the cooler tone foundation, but I don't have a lot of details on these shades and what they actually, the undertone is, unfortunately, at this point of filming. Number 1 also looks very light, but it could be a match. Pretty hard to tell, but I will try all 4 on my neck so you guys can see what those are like. On the video, she applies these foundations with her hands first and then uses a flat foundation brush, which I don't see a lot of people on YouTube use, actually, a flat foundation brush, but that's what she uses. I don't know. I think I'll apply with my fingers and use a beauty blender today, but we're just going to do swatches first. Starting with number 1, this is what the little sample card looks like. This is just 1 shade. This is like the best trial run foundation, like the best sample card I've ever seen, because it's not hard, it's not dried out, you get a lot of product to try with. She said it's about 5 pumps of product. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a dip to show on my neck. She says this is the best spot to try a foundation, and I mean, my skin's red right now, but that is way too light, even for my neck. So that's shade number 1, and let's go into number 2. This one also looks really light. So unfortunately, I'm not filming in natural light. Number 3 was the more yellow-toned, neutral one. I generally don't find myself being a good match to a yellow-toned foundation. And number 4, I actually thought was a better match to me as well than the 2 and number 4. But let's look in the mirror. Yeah, I think number 2, it's still not like the best match, to be honest, but it's pretty close. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I know this is an awkward angle, but the point is to match your neck and your face. And we have different tones on our necks, so yeah, I'm gonna go with number 2. Alright, so what's on my face is some moisturizer and a serum, no primer. I'm gonna open this all the way up so we can have full access. Look how much is in there. I don't want to tip it too much because it does actually leak out, which I've never really had happen with a sample before. So I'm going to try my best to kind of take you guys a little bit closer, and I'm just going to look in my mirror here. So I'm going to try to apply this with my fingers first and then tap in with a sponge. It feels pretty liquidy and almost serum-like. I'm so grateful that she had sample cards with the lipstick launch. You know, I'm not like in the market for new foundations. I have so many open right now. But after trying this, maybe it will tell me if I want to buy this right now or not, or if I feel like I have to buy this. But the fact that I can try this with you guys and, you know, give you guys a good solid first impressions review with this, also that makes me feel like I don't have to buy the whole thing right now. That looks really light. I don't love using my fingers generally, but we are gonna try this. I actually have a lot of eyeshadow fallout that I need to cover up. This is actually giving decent coverage. I think you can see a lot of my redness has gone away, but I think because I'm using my fingers, this is a bit more of a concentrated application of product. I look really white. There's no tones on these numbers. Usually I go by tone, anything that's cool toned. If I'm not the lightest cool tone shade, I might be the second lightest cool tone shade. I look a little bit more pale than I'm used to looking. But I don't think that it's a bad match. I think I'm just a little bit light. Like I'll need a lot of bronzer. For applying this with the skin, I'm just going to take a damp sponge. It actually feels and looks decent so far. And I agree, this isn't a dewy formula. Like I actually, in the winter, I don't think I would need powder. I mean, if I want this to last all day, my shine's gonna break through, I would always set with powder, but even she says, like, you don't really need to go in right away with powder with this product, which is nice. So you can still see my skin through this. You can still see some blemishes here. Fluffy brush, classic base, Sonia G. Yeah, I would say this is a natural finish. Not really dewy. I think if you have drier skin, you're going to want to set up your face to be a bit more juicy with this one, because it does kind of, yeah, have a nice natural skin-like finish. Maybe a little bit drier than you're used to. It's not the worst shade match. I think it's pretty close. Sorry, I apologize, I'm not in natural light. You can see some blemishes coming through around the nose. You know, I did a somewhat heavy-handed layer, but you can still see my skin underneath. So it's nice. I don't, just first impressions putting this on, I don't feel like I have to run out and pick this one up. I think I can get this with my next order from Lisa. And I'm glad I could kind of do a first impressions review with you guys, and hopefully help you with matching your tones if you didn't pick up any of the lipsticks. I believe you can order as many cards of these as you want in the shade range that you want. But this is just the lightest set. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the coverage. It is a really nice finish, for sure. I guess I expected, honestly, something a really light coverage. I'm happy that it's medium. I'm glad it's not high coverage. but I expected like a little bit more. Not gonna lie, like a little bit less of a, I guess I expected a really light foundation, but she is a makeup artist, so I think the medium kind of coverage makes the most people happy, to be honest. I'm going to throw on a couple things on top of this just to see what they look like. The Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Enlivening Blush in Pink Soap. This is her liquid blush. I'm surprised she didn't have a restock with this lipstick launch. All the blushes are sold out right now. I'm hoping they'll be back in stock with the foundation launch. This is Pink Soap. It is such an easy formula to work with your hands. This is what it looks like. Oh, so pretty. This is such a natural, really easy color. And just pop that on. Now we're looking a little bit more alive, and I have the Cosmic Rose Elevated Glow highlighter from Lisa. I'll go ahead and put that on too. I think if the foundation was glowy, and then she has like the, yeah. I'm kind of glad it's medium. I'm kind of glad it's not super dewy of a foundation. The finish is nice, for sure. Alright, so that is the first impressions of the Seamless Skin Foundation. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to pick this foundation up when it launches? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think of the new shades. She also has a whole bunch of new lip gloss shades to match the lipsticks, which were not available before. I didn't pick up any new lip glosses because I have two and I have barely gone through them. I have Blush, the lip gloss, and then I have Velvet Affair, which is like a nude lip gloss. Very basic color, but very pretty. I think I like Affair in the lipstick a little bit more than the lip gloss. I think her lip gloss formula is nice. I just don't know that you have to have it. You know what I mean? But as far as like her matte lipsticks, I think they're very unique and comfortable. Consistently wonderful colors. That's why people love her brand so much, is those matte lipsticks are like her #1 product. But she's getting into the other parts of the face now, which makes me very excited, especially the foundation. It's lovely, super, super lovely. I did put some powder on, but I think it's a very nice finish foundation. Let me know your thoughts on this collection. As I said, comment below, what's your favorite shade? What do you want to see from Lisa Eldridge next? Are you going to pick up the foundation? Let me know. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.